ade se wo mo be ya kopem se nsese kwan bi beda mfimfini enti wo be ya kopem se bre beso a wo mo be yi nso ebre no beso na ye di wo mo besiso na afi wo mo be yi wo mo chiame ase enti a anadwi yesi nkonwa no eno no na wonum tena asifiri awianum no yenua pani Emmanuel Akole ya wono ena wo mrahye bedwa fie bebre ni ema despite media say Peace FM OK FM Neat FM online ana hello any UTV ono ane ya oton kra no maye enti efie awiamu ni nyina wone na say Kelvin wono so cameraman wo twa mfonyomu ho ti yehwe se wo mutena ase no niema tese bepem sa abre die mpo ene wo mubobo ho ana se wo muti wo twa ya ansa ne ebeka se bre na so ene teacher to adonko na holiday peking cry Yapon 8th Parliament hereby stands dissolved na che se wo mu asore ko enti yenko Emmanuel Akole ho Mr. Akole official pa
I think from the tree.
Mr. Akole.
Hello.
Yanko.
You, Patrote Menka.
I met you on Kapa.
You, Menemo campaign, a parliament.
Senia, when Jumano Ecoye, no. And Meno Casse, dear, and ne woman do Jumano a baby, a cra, not if parliament, no. Ne life baby ye say about 12 midnight nature say if parliament no any hobium into 51 minutes air call ye wura 7th January nimu na say 9th parliament no so ebe hyasie inti meti chamber hadomo ena menomo kasa na ohwe chamber hadomo a speaker tenase a ne nsa eni faso no ye baby majority ne tena no mihu womo ebeye majority no majority for ndc mashijwafo no mehu enan ewo eha mehu honorable Kwame Govins Agboja emra no mo minority no na say 9 parliament asem na make ho asem no emra na womo ndc wo minority no ono minority whip ena mesansu ehu honorable Ernest Nogbe oya chairman machebedweni and Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, no ye deputy minority whip. Or no or sign woman me wundi na almost sign ba 9th parliament in Muntino Ombo chamber nimu. Womo ewo ye baby a speaker tenasia nensa any fansono majority for a better than a honor more. Na be share speaker nensa benkum soa. A woman speaker no any demo had but me share speaker baby or tanano nensa benkum so a minority for na ye be hu on ba kokra embetena ase yen kai say if parliament no na number no eben pa 137 and independent ba ko a okoka majority for won koye 138 na ene 9th parliament na ye de won ebetena akonwa so na say omu be swai na omu ahye hu adwuma ase no ndc mrahwedwafo no edoso papa inti omo be didi aba baby a minority for no ebetena no be didi aba won konwa nu mu papa enya asem ketewa na ahoho nso abetena se ahemfo nso ewa ha na ahoho ebi di ebusuafo na ebi nso party for ebi nso no wom de on ba se omo behwe no omo esua de sedia se ye be inaugurate parliament for beba omo ebehu se na ejuma no etie inti no if parliament no ejuma no medical candidate ebo 12 midnight na automatically na chese aba ewieye inti if parliament mashwedwafo a womo ansan uncontested biom ebi omo lusu primaries ana se omo wini primaries ba omo call election on the 7th of December no omo endi nkunim no wonyina eni hanom won wentumi eni nkunim biom no wonyina eni hanom ana se womo madam ha isane se we ejuma no by 12 midnight no na abawie ena 9 parliament members no so no ebebo be 10 o'clock no na e wo se omo hya se womo eba betena se kakra wa ha me di kan kire mu se eye majority for ena wo mu kakra ewa ha minority for de obi eni ha nti no if parliament ni de obi eni ha no do acho owo asemfufuru bi obi bisamia meto aso achichiri mu
enti Mr. Collins say ano eight parliamentarians no omo tehen omo wen
ọmọ upon the dada Emma womo ebi wo mo office say won wa womo meye 9 parliament members league do na ko odu ha so won office bra let us see the park out by this time I also will be a park out into 8 parliament members no womo sign embassy maybe be a e ha no into parliament let me akase womo ni
enti sano yenya dissolve omo dwumadi abawie ye
well chamber ni mo no de let me akase fun edin ebi abawie but the wo hwe omo life span de 12 midnight and automatically no omo shena no be baby here fra but we dwuma nkasa nkasa de abawie esanse ano form ba ya womo ebe e closing remark womo ewi a womo
okay enti knife ya ye twen so omo be ba in section na ya so omo no wo chamber ho ya hu se ya hyehye nkonwa no ya tagi wo omo din ana me busa we because e pese ehu de constituencies na controversies wo ho no want to preempt or with foresight see what will be happening
okay nkonwa na e wa he yi na ba ku kre ni ha no mo yedi idin atare idin tare ba kokra okay ebi a majority for esena na o se be a minority for so esena idin tare ba kokra yen tagi eye kunya ne emse no be ba di tapo then mo no answer no be rache mani mo no be share security arrangement na eye sronko omo ayiri mu na omo wo metumi afre no say ye register wo say eye book a eye womo a ewo say womo kan 8th parliament 9th parliament ne ho no ansa na ube wura chamber ni mu no security for no ewo ho police for wo ho no mo eye parliament bimbo ejuma ye for no any marshal womo gina ho nti ye hwe book ni mu na che say ye the list ama womo ye hwe book ni mu na ubo udin na ye hwe na udin ni mu a udin ka womo ewo so womo kan 9th parliament no ho a ye ma wo kwan ma umewremu gise udin ka list a ye de ama marshal na ni dwuma ye fo no udin ka list na womo kita ne ho eno de ubo udin na udin wo mu dia na ya ma wo kwan na wa betena se nti ekoba de se seats na eho ba ensem na ebia electoral commission enka eho nsem enwie ye declare winner no bia ante ne obise obia bete ne ho ase no bebia ebia controversy bi wa eye election result na emaye na se we obi a contest ye se we ye NDC ni we ye NPP ni o na ebia wo de wo si we win but officially electoral commission en declare winner ma obia anji tumu asembie ni ho no se wo the force ba se wo ba betena se ayen ade a eye ubetumi abewure mu esane se udin enkoka list na marshal ni ejuma efo ekita no nti omo ma wunre mu nti sana arrangement no etie
na anya bia wo wani ahye yi sa list ni so bia na
debi me hu se book no da ho a da table so a marshal ni ejuma efo no ekita but say me hu edin ahodo na ewo mu no de omo ma ye kwan kra ma ye mben baabi a wo mu gina no
okay
nti uben ho na omo aka che se ko wichi kra na ene de ye nsem twefo no baabi a me ka say book no da no omo ma ye kwan ma ye mbe ye interviews na eyi wo ho wo ben ho npe na omo apama wo se ko ichiri nti enya ade a ye nsem twefo no ye betumi ehu edin ahodo ewo book ni mu no.
Okay. Now, me Musa 4 years ago, Ebrea ye bo Professor Aaron Michael Kwedi no that President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo prefer se be to abe you no. minority then enso ball speaker Bagbe ene to omuti so abey. And so this time around I had to say president elect so say oh me catch mo say mo na mo choose Bagbe speaker Bagbe no wo do aso tete forma what to say be a minority for so amu se see you know so ana incoming minority no omo so ayo madwin so omo be nominate obi aka speaker Bagbe ho ana say any speaker Bagbe na ye ntoma no.
So far the minya ente say minority for ebebo obi nsudin say on be contest speaker Bagbe na president elect John Dramani Mahama ene the party mpanyifo ekotena ase no moji tu mu na wo mo ahye aka kire won MPs NDC MP say wo mo envotu anase wo mo nominate speaker Bagbe na parliament engine ntum say ombe speaker minyanti bibi say minority for the din foforo ebeba na ekoba ne say ebeye me wanwa inti media madwen me say enkoba ne sa ewomu say bibia betubi esidie me ka say enkoba ne sa because emra na if parliament no aka beye say na wotwe miensa na anasa before ibekwa akoto abaka ka beye say na wotwe mienu ana wo dem fa ne say na wotwe I say omo eba kakra before 7 December no do ye no womu leader majority leader Honorable Alexander Afenyomakin sorry na or kasa no de to minority for as see NDC for omo abeye majority no the two him say womu enyi speaker Bagbe say omeye speaker bi omo 9 parliament na ebeye no wanwa na ekoba ne sa to ono no de na eche say majority for no 9th parliament ni mu no wo ne speaker Bagbe endi ni se ekoba ne se wo mo ampene so omeye speaker ono Honorable Afenyomakin so no ebeye no wanwa isan se speaker Bagbe eboa NDC machibidwan for no pa ewo 8th parliament ni mu nti no wo mo enhwe na omo to anamo ebema speaker Bagbe abeye speaker of the 9th parliament na eno kire se minority for ewo 8th parliament ni mu no enya ade a media madwen kire me se omo nso di ubi fufuru din ebeba se ono nso embe contest speaker Bagbe
enti everybody na 9th parliament beba asetena
9th parliament no ebeba asetena say about 12 after 12 o'clock from 12:05 kono ena womode yebe mrasio dwafo omo 9th parliament no mu no yebe hwe na omu esai na womu eyi speaker obeda wan no omu wia na on abegi first deputy speaker ena second deputy speaker enso na afidie majority for no so far womu leadership no ye nim the obeba beye majority leader ena deputy majority leader the obeba beye majority weapon so yenche de nim deputy majority weapon so yenche da nim edini bi here say na je say atesem edini bi na eya eba up but say officially ya say majority leader ebeye we deputy majority leader ebeye we majority whip any deputy majority whip na there officially ye nyante ye na emu no minority for there ye nyina ye nim say womo ananka omo ye majority leaders no party no can say party mpanyifo no can say womo entoa so na womo endi minority ewo 9th parliament no womo ndi wenim inti area of interest back pa womo a ebeye majority leaders no
na here say
in 9th parliament no
here say nkabiche wo ya di be na wotete
mete Honorable Ayariga si no mete didin
okay
Mahama Ayariga Boku Central Mrashibidweni mete didin ena metete se ibinum so se anka Honorable Muntaka Mubarak Asawase Mrashibidweni ono nso meti idin ba ko amete eno no.
Okay.
Aye.
Enya na chese
me fa majority no ho a.
Enya na chese ye betumi di adwen so afa ho say honorable Kesela to force na nke oye 8th parliament minority leader yi jama obenya konya finance minister bi adi won.
Sana yen esane say eba no majority dia obeda wan no ono de enti ni din kra. Inti definitely no me sure say obenya ministerial appointment and inti na yenti ni din bio efa say obekoso aye leader ewo 9th parliament say majority leader yenti ni din kra. Very likely say
ne deputy honorable
Emmanuel Amakofibo ono so yenti ni din ono so likely say obenya ministerial appointment.
Oh, okay. And Mr. Kole yan fa unsi I say na omunya ba asetena no a ye besan aba wo ho.
Yo omo betena say from 10 o'clock e kope na chese dodo na abeba nti mo frɛ ya e betumi ama UTV tie for aso ate dia ekoso e wa ha.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Ebjan for you Bema osaye bra penny ewo despite media ha Emmanuel Akole ya otu enkrefi mrache bedwafie na yete nken anaji ye ne noa na isiripe said ya monsomo ni ye isiripe no ye drama mfonso ani akaya no 4 years ago say ya na yetena say eye me dese enenso 4 years ago ni lawyer Martin Pebute ha na nenso wote ha. Thank you, Council. Why are there so do bring be afemi ye? Whilst they trying say yenya lawyer Kingsley Amwakwaboadu and so beba also 4 years ago we're here together. And then new person obeba a lawyer Kojoga Daudu and oye new. Ya kan de nyame adum wadi ho afofia ma 4 years ato ye. Enti we de ye nkomo no ye be kai satam na ye me ofei. Minya kana so se yawo. Me of Carlos cover paper and then they me who say wan was ya no mask question me dey quarry paper oh ame ya me of cover paper me say oh honorable Carlos cover paper ni na na esi pe wa ha until we just go back down memory lane na ye didi e ho nkoma na ahwe say sa hang parliament ya na yeti eneja say sabre professor Jampo say ya hang parliament and ye bro free ebaye na we hope for say hang parliament no beboayen na ene no question na ye bisa ne say eboayen say de na ye expecting no ana na afi ye di nkomodi ato so afi ho ene ni se ba mu awie yi che say his excellency na Nana Akufo-Addo ema nipa dubi wo hu omomobo wo nitumi mu ya itamu bi sa ampanimfo no omobreso no obekosa said ya Republic Day ya omo ye no yesi wo wama amnesty nipa bi omu da na duafie wagina so hu omobo ti beto dwa se yi kane Capital Bank papa yowura ato esien ye de no ko gina court yi eni nipa enkunu bi kan omo yedu ohu omobo batentem para so krata so sanfi presidency so bai ebe ka say no omo kra no omo ti sa de na yo omo apa no omo kan sisi dua pendwan enti omo kan say omo kan categorical say presidency no emma obia amnesty bia enti de yete ya na esi owura ato esien ne owura sibet ka ho no ya ma omo amnesty no presidency ne say de bi wa ma amnesty bia na oma amnesty bia sa na later in the day so yete say if you chine kono new appointment bia JMI president elect I will see a bit take effect 5th January 7 January and to share jama ye didn't see so and also JD once a chief of staff always a chief of staff why a good confidant into JD we Ura Julius Debra was saying Gina Muse chief of staff any other appointment keka ho emrepam ye be yi omo atwe mo anase ye be bosu bi amamwate nti na in the course of the day no news a ebe mo enu no sabe de say the medical catcher no lawyer Martin Pebu eye emranim ni ya Ghana mrahye ene emra hodo ayeye wo court wono nko mrahye be afie nemum ti etintim mra wo court ne de odi mu akotene pa wo boa pa ema o si ano se uko school se uko sua mra wansua hwe kra no o teacher ni be catch o cheche ni be catch say ah na de Martin Kpebu Adaroma all cases are available into wagini din na emom na anu ya president elect ye to abama anu Owura John Dramani Mahama His Excellency sa bosha o she say yeska say ye japade akodi baabi wo su se nkrofo ana ban emu nkrofo afa no wan fa no kwampa so ase Canada dream day katase hye ne proye ene de betumi abro so ama mrem ye beka se bi akro no bo asem no wati bedwakuo aye from say operation recover or loot into opportunity akan Owura Martin Kpebu ye member e wo sa Owura ne so enti wono adi kan abai ebia maybe di kan ahye say ye beka Mr. Call report na yi kakra then ye wi was whiling away time ye dey air train a lawyer form you na o maka nti ene no a lawyer form yensa ene enu omuhia ye twen a lawyer form you na o maka no na ye di oral enso ho nkomo kakra if say ne kra no honorable afenyo making kan say sa oral no e unconstitutional enye nti emranimfo abayi no onu so emranim ni no ye member e wo oral no so no esese ne di nkomo no cancel afishapa
afin commentary ya afisi se na bibia to din ampa ye da se pa se ye from so awogie so 4 years ago ye siri pekama exactly the bomb by 12:30 ni efi
no u ben na o si ye ya and then you bet na boy and be 2 3 that's 7 that's it
it's not that ye crab bro 7
ye bomb na stressful for God and country by any day ye ni so pa ye ni so when na so pro bono unhu sa ye nkanka on se pro bono say si Owura for no so musimu nji sika
yes
enti so e pro bono na mo banum ti
yeah say maybe say me de me amisu aba enti eno anu no
ya na amanfo busa enti mo na mo tofu ala gum ka mu dia committees ni ade
na ya enye na wo ka say sisi a wa we ko law school bi a obeti Martin Kpebu nya Martin Kpebu keke obeti Kpebu number 1 number 2 number 3 number 2 Kpebu number 3 verse atenu number 3 number 4 any be brave
sisi anu what kwaku aza
so ne me pa che ni say
versus the age dey bia
good ba ne me pa che say me am botum sika nti ye sha sisi ye bo man Ghana no enye ne nti because fuel oh ne nkwala nyuma ya che amansan de bi nye bi nie nti Owura di so
ye beba Owura so but Owura call the report on the my as it is it's as though the 8th parliament has been dissolved though well so nti sesi ano is 10 something let me check the time
yes
10:22
yes
nti won't there be a vacuum between now and 12 a.m. at 9th parliament beba no would there not be a vacuum emremu no okay sir
no so it will be dissolved and now comes to an end. The life of the current parliament comes to an end at midnight.
Okay.
At midnight. Oh, so between now and midnight, still our 8th parliament by midnight 12 bope. Lecturer say omu 2 mina abewie. That's how come 9th parliament, you see a best way in starting what 12:0 there's an election of speaker no see a bay 12:05 then after that
and it's hard time no mutina sina time na no mo sorry no speaker be can say wa join sitting no synedia na
no so it's dissolved
dissolved but if it's dissolved then is there any parliament
no so say 12
yes
so let's be practical this is 12 no na if ya baby so 12:01 okay by then they are electing they start the processes for
but it has been dissolved already
the 9th parliament for no and American so they would then start the processes right for swearing for electing the new speaker until new speaker then he will now swear them in. Oh, practically no. So say BBC after 12 9th parliament for
but 12 we nyamo is say am no ti here
if for now that's the current parliamentarians no mo ane
parliamentarians I see me ka say dissolve your money the omunye parliamentarians
no they still are
BBC
CCR So they've not been dissolved properly. This a 12 boy. Na 2 no. I to say Omampenye Kufuado. Also 12 boy ya ni 2 na san. Nti yen correct bibi. Ochina o Kufuado technically he's not handing over at the inauguration ceremony. They be on midnight 12 bope ni 2 na san. Asa. Nti ochina bibi enkura no 1201. Uhuna Oye Kufuado normal, I mean, like of course ex-president.
Yeah.
The 2 minasa. Okay. God forbid, BBC or Ghana 1201, 1205. We say you swear in John Dramani Mahama, right? But effectively, you would have to let him listen. He's the one to answer, but not Kufuado.
Oh, because, I see. Because I was going to ask you, between that 12 and 10 a.m. there of that, the inauguration ceremony be taking place, say BBC who then answers as Ghana's president.
It's John Dramani, because only Yatuamano. So yes, I know the swearing in oaths they are important. But practically, BBAC also Mampenyi taking action. Now, yes, you when taking oath into me. There be, if maybe in future we don't want it to happen like that, then maybe we can change the constitution. Say, okay, any chief justice, right? Say president in a vice in a court with speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, then we should say that then the speaker should take the presidential oath as well.
Okay.
Because once
there is a speaker, quite vacuum be a medaho.
Young Kasa, but young Kanisa, young Kasi, yes, where speaker in he's also acting president. They be the only time actually say speaker acting president article 60 clause 13. You call 60 clause 13 and actually say president ne vice anywhere the speaker would act, okay? And for within 3 months. But yeah, practically, anaju yes, when yeah, manage presidential oath no so nka. So effectively, nipa na Ghana for atwa ono na oye president. Okay. But itire ono ye be swear no ni Ghana ha. And yeah, speaker ADA. So let's read 60 clause 3.
Article 60
clause 13. It says where the Speaker of Parliament assumes the office of President as a result of the death, resignation, or removal from office of the President and the Vice President, there shall be a presidential election within 3 months. So he assumes the office of President when there is death, resignation, or removal. Then also, that's 60-13, then also 57 now. A order of precedence, A say 57-2. I say it's a president, the president takes precedence over all other persons in Ghana.
Okay.
And in descending order, the vice president, the speaker of parliament, and the chief justice shall take precedence over all other persons in Ghana.
Okay.
So basically, but a year and between the 12:01 midnight, or let's say some seconds after 12, Ekopim swearing of the president. At that time, in fact, president 2 minute speaker. Because what the president 2 minute or swear presidential oath, the oath of secrecy, for president. Victor Alai, that's it added. No, on fan count. I may say, we say by that time you swear JM in, but practically in the BBC or no. As a president, vice in Nikrum ha, and I am the speaker answer. But everything say, off ni here pa 12:05 onwards. Yes, swear speaker in president powers a man for the next. Let's say 8, 9, 10 hours now. We can do, but so far, no.
You being a constitutional lawyer, Osha, you okay, said the one answer, say,
this one has been working since 1992. Okay. Yeah, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
I didn't say, yeah. Because you know, here, Pani said, why not ye de kukrumuti eto abamano?
Okay.
Onunye. na wo si onyanso a enti ene ontimi nye no say god forbid atorenchen bi sisi a or ha adeni e wo say kasi no he has not taken the oath enti because technically they say pen so a ene ono so president no natural fact anka almost swear speaker swear new members of parliament in no ono so president obetimi aba na ehwa ya swear no in so 1 a.m. but we say president yes swear no in 1 a.m. 2 a.m. because constitution literally say no oba be take you over is before parliament right it is say if the parliamentarians let's say 12:0 some seconds after 12 omaye nhihye no mo yi Bagbin as speaker then let's say by 12:10 even 12:30 whatever omas na Bagbin so aswear parliamentarians ni in under the law no na che say technically yem pe gap na any president on so omra hwa yes swear MPs ni in no na ono so aba na ono so chief justice aswear ni in be ya ni nti e twen kopima na panese e pese wiase ma fa na nyina mpanyimfu no nyina beba na matena bedwemu na omaye ne kama
okay
you say it
what can we ask afana dey nkankan say wa ohwo Ghana pa echina yes heads of state be yes 21 amampanifo ahodo a omaba ansa na prime ministers ahodo omobesi omunkrofo anan envoys ahodo nti echina dey yes empany mobile program no enya asem keto ebepam no ebecho said dia Ghana Police Service enso ache said dia kwan no baby yesisi no yebechere afa na lawyer Martin Kwebu kasa no se Victor Anameboa enti SSC yi lawyer Victor Kojoga Adaudu enso cho no so ye private legal practitioner me say na de emranimfo nko ase we mra chebedwe fi asem enti emra tumra obasi be kan cost tumra na chesi yedi mra enti lawyer Kojoga Adaudu afishapa yeshi afiafio nyame adom bibia aboko so nso bibia aboko de grey hair no so ayefe pa se be kan silver hair
wisdom.
Beautiful.
Hey, you.
No.
Social media, but WhatsApp. We grape. Fools also grow old. I also said, I near people, uncanny. Yes, see, penny, Yankupon, penny, Castle, Bianca, Castle. Na, Yama, a dear, Yasa, but I see a Debbie, or see a tea, some not penny, yes, a woman, yeah, finance, woman. Yes,
this one, yes,
Madam, I copy Biana Martinka.
Okay.
On say, yes, swing speaker. Because of essay Emrano say essay yes president no before parliament. But say if we say ahoho a mo be bani nyamanti no e na eya ye de call Black Star Square.
Okay.
But practically no the moment you elected new president no your man security briefs every day.
Okay.
What do I say?
Into to say that if he 9 folk no president elect JDM edgy security briefing.
He gives our security briefing every time.
Okay.
Even if the president is not there, like Sabrino, yeah, man security brief. Me sure say enunti na ya o to me say obetimi appoint say we mu na be me security committee for now.
Okay.
What do I say? So he's treated as the president, although he's not been sworn in. Into everything, man briefing. That is the practical aspect. But I mean, them say, na transition presidential transition act no. Now ye parliamentary transition act. But nyama ye buy into no, into me amateur. Because now ye per se parliament no instead of say 6. No, and adjuna it will be dissolution. Now the new parliament will come. No, now me more per se no from maybe 5th.
Okay.
It is 5th. No,
as in 5th January.
Okay. Maybe almost starting process. No orientation. New MP elects. No almost. Then even within before 16th election. No they can do consultation among women. Who say, when I be elected no speaker, majority ninyamano with orientation in nano, but me sure say it couldn't go through. It couldn't go through. And me sure from next parliament, no, we will see some changes. To say we will have the Parliamentary Transition Act.
Okay.
But this time, no, a bill. But because into me and because of parliamentary issues are by
okay.
So 21 days are say me so
okay.
I'm sure there will be some amendments. Sir hours now maybe it will cure no. Maybe me sure say be provisions ama so that at the end of the day, but strictly no, Emrano say the president should be sworn before parliament. But because speaker no also to me, obey me decided say parliament will be conveyed here. Me sure say Nana do the second term no. Won't say yes sworn war in the canopies. It wasn't really
where conference center.
Yeah, the second one. Also, 1 year canopy.
Okay.
New one.
Yeah.
That was where he was sworn in.
Yes.
What did I say?
It wasn't the regular Black Star Square.
It wasn't the regular Black Star Square. Until the speaker decides.
Okay.
Emrano man say,
okay.
Baby, a speaker no can say Parliament will convey. Okay. Then that is where that it will convey.
I see. Lawyer Kojoga Daudu, Victor Nsone Yatin in Kano na. Your third guest also 4 years ago, near Nene Talimuseya, a lawyer Kingsley Amwakwa Bodu, also a private legal practitioner. Afishapa?
I don't know what you
are. But if you 4 years, I don't know what they
before so now, me who be a mefa.
So 4 years.
Yeah, my dear.
Yeah, that's it. Now, I share report a free parliament or 8, no. I say dissolve, Yes, technically it is dissolved, or technically it is not dissolved.
No, it's not dissolved.
Technically it is not dissolved.
Midnight.
So it stands adjourned. And yeah, she say 84 no. It be one shall say continental since no one who cracked the panager. Na ye ba odi abeyi. Na say be also be kan kakra. Na ye nko round semra. Na relax kakra. Oral committee member, congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Honorable Afenyo Makin Ekai say at the 8th parliament sitting, no, the last of the 300, or say oral illegal or unconstitutional, and say a shaman koso. We are mrenim in our committee so oral illegal and a unconstitutional and a constitutional.
Hey, I say I'm just I do say until men can any DM any unconstitutional. In other words, Namrama Quine.
Okay.
Nyedi kan
emrade hin na makwan wo ya de pa wo ya won say constitution kwan dey different so ya no a kire mra na makwan no
so ka say on say ya ka say constitution ya enye enioma ni nyina na ya tro constitution as the book to say OSP say hantie kan say OSP Office of Special Prosecutor say ya ntro ni pefe wo ha
okay
on say enu adawudu aka Presidential Transitions Act Eniha nima bibre wo ho aya eni book emu.
Okay.
There are other laws, okay? And then some of them practically eka governance no ho. Now, there na yes ye ora ho.
Okay.
Yes ora ho no stage 1 and say yenko boaboa ye ho preparations. On say amafu buefu pan se Kufuado se de bia me yedede se Kufuado ne nkrofo na pamfo omedi esike omase oman omuni mamamuo. You saw the election results on your Ghana for kind. Aha. Inti ayesa na amafu buefu pan se Kufuado ne mpanyimfo omedi esike pan dodo. Inti ebufu e sha amafu enye easy.
E ka so omedi esika. Omedi esika so omedi esika ko to aduane ana so omedi esika ko to chibom.
Kata hihye ne proye.
Okay.
Okay. And say yeah bambehu
okay.
Inti anu and the election results show it okay inti abata no ebufuo ni eyinti no JM say ne phone kura so no messages bebre na hwe ha hwe ha ye di we ko ha na we ye say na nyoma bebre amanfo ma tips ni no say ene adena men ma committee emma ye nhihye begin to plan, okay, begin to receive some of these same messages now they come at JM and then okay, so that they begin to look and arrange things so that Ochinano say or for me or announce a committee on the 18th so the Ochina 7th or swear na afi shall say what he can do because Ochina will take you off his pet also never be brave or finance near I was say yet to twice ye never be brave or mind content no I was so no first yes men can say katashene pro na important very important I don't think yet to man but I say immediately there are some other things also answer intina on say obako fon so point me nya adwuma intina say any anti committee na committee no ncha se enye preparations no nti ye mu mra bia nti number 1 bisa say eyi mra chichire yen say obi ehun say ye obi di bone na wabebo ya amane ana there be mra chichire yen choke wo ho so shrage wo ho so obi hu say katasehye a ye wo ha dadai mo amobeka ombudsman kokko ka shrage yes echesu ya mayen OSP ono so wo ho nti die nti na ese sign ya ora number of reasons number 1 on say bi mu wo ha ono so be kwa report ya ma shrage no on penisa on say in the recent years at least for the past 2 years on say okujetu wa bo adwuma pa wo hwe enquiries investigations ni eyi a wa ye bebre kwa okay Senate Hotel anka Brian Champo ogina ho ye dede ye hand over that e bi see that say hotel no na ke ye de money free na ko ekodi o se kujetu team akotini pa o lead ye me ko demonstration ye ka na ye bogu ye na niema bebre kujetu aye so you see the way the human nature works is that amanfo enya gide wonimu more nti opese ode information no ba be she kujetu nsa na okujetu edineni mo mo ko shraj no kujetu dineni mo mo ko OSP and other things the law allows it never just one sentence let me okujetu dineni asehwan yes it's allowed under the Whistleblowers Act okay whistleblowers in say uhu boni awon so bi wo ho a we hu boni nso osuro enti opese okọ ne hene ho ne krom hene ana assembly member ana minister ana ne MP is there in the Whistleblowers Act so I will read all that okay. So it's part of the law so you can go and tell your MP when him say police station gina ha but na onte ne ya wonko awokwa yetimi case na foolish case no so no so ho at times just say okopepenyimu utimi ko police station ya ye case no foolish into just say unyanya answer e bi obi tufu say eh debi kohwe MP ana kohwe assemblyman di weni kwa the case na first ye toto up and down say foolish case la afi there na omani aba ho say oh yes ye be ye ni so pacho the afenyo market here and there on say politics nti men ka bibi ka say twi bia debi it's politics, it's part of it but it's allowed nye nekura President Kufuor time mokai etiefu ne viewers nti ye ka say etiefu at the other side ye be ka afefo okay but we are the chino we are the yeah but part of me is actually bono you never told me I say I didn't think okay so Osha President Kufuor set up Office of Accountability okay Satam na police ni ho Satam na shraj ni ho Satam na iyoko ni ho now all those bodies were there but Kufuor set it up in his office the Office of Accountability say wow be who say boni bi ekoso ni bra come and report to that office. It didn't spoil especially to make sure say ebia usuru say won kwan no foolish case then menka we insist when him say abra na Ekufuado tiso sa aka 3 ana me fan say Ekufuado da ho tiso OSP or set it up when him say chire na waji OSP 2 million nyina omo nya adwuma omo kisi nya adwuma o ha kisi sa oso we mu ajai so we o kai sisi la da case fufu case fufu Ekufuado nam ho saa or frustrating kisi how did he frustrate and I make my dear Cecilia that's one maybe OSP manager udia maybe number 2 OSP omo koji sikei echiri sika nko da na money laundering case assuming crash say ba me said there is more in that docket more and there was more information available but ha na Kufuado ene ne nkrofo smart man penyifo ma omo hack isinti ama kisinti menya any better investigations right be chiro omo ka say money laundering kra unim say kisika say sikei kura no me de kwa akoma eyi anti-CC anko man penyi pipa opeso oko kata hihye ne proya once at that time no anti-CC Cecilia Dapa ontimi nkyere say the ejuma kro ye onye sika no anko man penyi beka say debi mesika no wo ho twen answer because under our constitution we be article 284 clause 6 or say yehu say ukure sika ana ejapade bi na se enye ejapade a eye waketua ana abusia a wo boye ana say gudi a eyi friend say o ma me ana papa di jaw inheritance okay enye sa nyoma bia na kire say dream sika unexplained wealth is deemed to have been illegally obtained until once by the time OSP said or the sika ne kwa command Cecilia Dapa no by that time no na hwehwemu kire say Cecilia Dapa kro ntimi nkire bebi kura onya sika no there was no way it should have been returned yan kind a protocol kakra it helps article 284 clause 6 284 so on say Ekufuado he was not interested
have another clause because I only see code of conduct for public officers and it's just one
286 clause 4 rather I don't know how I turn it okay. Any property or asset acquired by a public officer after the initial declaration required by clause 1 of this article and which is not reasonably attributable to income, gift, loan, inheritance or any other reasonable source shall be deemed to have been acquired in contravention of this constitution. Nature say we boomra so na odinya say scan. Okay. By the time OSP say or the scanning kono na the investigations actually say 2 times madam Sister Dapa unyen scan wo he na meye cosmetic business omukoye cosmetic business in hwema enye no ba number 2 osase cosmetic yesa ko second round ekoye hwemu business nya ne dia echire o say ne bra na owu ye no shoemaker menka say shoemaker for nis compacho but say ne bra shoemaker ne dia afa shoemaker no sorry ne yire sorry say sir ene na che say scan ye me ne me made na ho wasesa na na
I presume that so case ni say ebe of interest to oral.
Oh, absolutely.
Enti oral no modwuma pa ne say de nkrofo de bebremo ana mo ankasa so mo kohwehwe bi.
There be stage 1 here there. You see we are gathering near nkrofo de bebre and I say near da hope fi wankasa on nam na hu a otimi tase. Say gather it. Uti we hu a you can like me ameti here say OSP cases back be na mpanyifo omo one off ba omi akrum NDA omo be disika Professor Anamzoya University of Ghana throw letter command omampenye Kufuado and copy ba omi say hey NDA omo be disco ba omi anfi ukrom NDA omo be dia say NDA
ba omi Northern Development Authority
when fi as an example say aden no muni police station Professor Sat I'm not a doctor Anamzoya Suleiman this is Anamzoya all right okay. Alasan Ochiradi University on oko police almost the master we me so my be transfer me una na obisa say amanfo mu bisa say adena police station wo ho eyoko shira na wonko because the cases wo utimi no foolish but o University of Ghana opa mema on the number manemra ha na interview no oko police fu ekuku dam enim almost say master dey be case we me so ma ye transfer me mempe ordinary namsa nyame ncha de no bi kire ne say on fan bre me kro de buy ne sata na stla let's say me stla na me peku for do asempa anti me sure me say prof case dey all the kwa abontin a party ho mo ma we djuma bi no so lawyer they be now who say you be dear say no so I'm even showing my own initial reaction I think because I still like Ekufuado or whatever I'm just telling you so they say Ekufuado na who say me can asem anye say we just hate him no say what say o mine no 40 years why you did this did you be at o man penyi bi obeba wo so onim ye o say I say sa anyom no mampam o man penyi bi o hine bi obeba wo so onim ye just say wa he oba yes we we prepare 40 years he's been prepared JM or accidental president or and prepare no by kufu dey be kura say presidency dey twa dey fruma from the kwara brim ne man entity nti afi ne be hu president ye to my say opa na oni hu aka dey na dwen kura oko school anya ade so mami see on that point so let me end on this thing
any the motor say what is the stage 2
and I may say so just the stage 2 we're going to make laws for the recoveries but why mama and you on professor I'm coming why mama and you so the TF will be professor University of Ghana will be a watch over I'm sure over 20 years professor or police station or police in Pinifus almost the be intimi into why Obeka say na police station or na shradu or no pacho professor kura police in Pinifu ni almost case we yen so muda media mempe ni yentim pacho sa de mumenja kan say police station wo say dey pacho mumenja kan okay so stage 2 no ebeye your friend is saying making laws to enable the recoveries and then taking more concrete actions.
So who will be making those laws?
Say laws no ye be law bia your sponsor nti ye be hwe ebeko attorney general omanpanyin attorney general say government policy na attorney general ogina mo ma omanpanyin nti oni omanpanyin a discuss then once it's within the attorney general's purview no he will sponsor it to obey memo na akọ cabinet and then ye keka ho sa na finally akopie parliament na afi omoso mahwem se bibia ne kwan so no a
no ben na mo be make aye ni bi wo dada they fight corruption
ma mention number 1 okay say abra na yenua Andiapia Kubi honorable odi other MPs ne enim ena echire kura o say che mensa bonsu be ka say majority funi nyina aka ho
Ken must go okay
when you say you see businessman be disika fertilizer bag okay yeah my castle so keke ben so disika bag you say ya say ska o bag ma ya drink Ghana must go
if you ras so
it's party tiefu ya nka say na hwefo ya nka say if you ras so me but they
me na make country news na me can some because embellishment you see one say chi no sa na o can na
ye some na akoko ye somebody I said the 90s and early 2000s money professors were Lagos almost they be yan kind trees yan kind use that I mean that's it so if you ras I mean you say deal we say a discuss for parliament master nitite mu say ABC ne apia Kubi one sa businessman no to no say investigations ne pa so near me patron say dream ne kata hyehyɛ yenye ne bedwam is secret na nipa na onu tua no omontan person be ka because obeka anhwe ya na say ni business bagana abakosem no there are times that a lot of businessmen came and said it Second Republic in Kumsa Republic versus in Kumsa Republic versus friends there are a number of them there's Ayekumi cases a lot there were times that businessmen would come and talk say me di sika kwesiama expert kwesiama so ministers into businessmen me back committee me the bribe e minister he say ana Osman akwala Osman driver say but sisiano be say yankasa no our morals are going down okay into amanfo ntam pese businessman no etua bribe no ntam pese oba beka so near me patire ni say wo se mra ben na yenyae na wo se yesesa mra no na yema burden no eba nipa na okresi nti ye chiw se okresi na te se ne sislada pa di esi na once I want me explain no ye mfa criminal case no mfa ho nti protocol ye friend reverse burden ewo ye mra mu kakra ba nye ni nyina na ye di use nti ma menchira obebi ye use reverse burden pa won cocaine nti airport no airport even despite akra si e chiw say e bia we she obotom ni e bisa say crashing na onya we once say show bottom you do police station na police for gia omokoye e was standards but on be test near the court test ni kire say we nko ade the next you know say me can simple ni ate aban be kire na asem say o ye chi no UTV station this na di won eyi mo ne kotuku mu ye dey call standard ye call police station from police station or mo call standards board na standards authority ni nti eche mo say ye na e we nti once show say we and na we so mra no abra untimi nti the next question say why the man to me say we no kura.
Okay.
So the burden is on you. That reverse burden.
Oh, okay. So now it's not he who alleges must prove. Why who prove baby? I will free.
Minister,
okay.
Health Minister amount certificate said utimi kura we ana.
Okay.
Unia let's say udi for. Until that's one popular example. Who said narcotics cases na ya chi obi we cocaine ye na eno ene ye de ye omo pa because why nya wo won kan wo na wo kwa akotire bebi onya e wo ne nenam. Uni baby o di free there be onu na ekura no
nti where will ora modjuma be end will it ever end will this committee ever end
oh by all means say stage 1 no omanpanyi when he takes over in his this ototono niema nyina na oje a report na stage 1 ewie then stage 2 goes to the law making and how to go into further implementation
okay
until stage 2 no na better so. And but already there to be there for years.
Say corruption ye person fight ya ban na all ban nsumu no. Omunye saint nti be want to corruption be pia then you should be there still.
Yes, so what will happen they say yes ejuma dey ekoso all right say 2 of alright legal and implementation it say gem honestly na point be na bibi foreigner sure and na me en kan so say alright no some places it will be collaboration with OSP yoko ni enti o hwe adena say corruption a what be kwa koma OSP o hwe complain no evidence amata sini say money laundering any organized crime ye be kwa kodan yoko okay and I say hwe na say normal police money laundering emu mienu say aban sika na wo de be ko yoko ba say ankra sika ene police na wo de be kwa kodan mo enti me fan say bia sabio e bia worker bi okay me you see her let's say there's an organization na e bia worker bi akowia MD ni sika na afi wa ko set ya boutique me ka say private company ankra company nti we wie sika na oko set wa set ya boutique no so ton wie a afi wo ko bisan say onya sika won say oh me set a boutique ha na me ton ba won say sika no odi kan wie a nti odi ko set boutique no money laundering ba say America ne say if say ankra sika very good but no ankra sika no private money no odi ko iyoko a supreme court say nye omo ejuma no omo aban de no sa aban sika no bi wie na so ye money laundering o wo share o sika na wana wo huru sika na odi be ko iyoko but if it's private money afa ko police inti ni nyina ye hwemu na then we give this to police give this to Yoko give this to OSP then ne ye boa ba yes answer na yeni edi echire say dem ko yet say won ko akọ police station na ye no foolish case no because me ko report mawa unim say de bia no meti TV so say mente ha meti another TV to mebo OSP ana Yoko echi saa nti on be case no ba ma citizen bi ono obeka so ono na no ndru dwuma yetimi na foolish case ba me we na saa me ko Facebook me ba UTV me ko other TV stations TV3 money na makoy dede you see that thing so it's helping.
Okay la Victor ebi aka se we kenken kwa dede ne ye if you say you be pen ye ba chi omo agu mu amawi asika ebe wi ase no ye hu hwe if you say it is business scratch my back I scratch your back for both parties it's all saying
minji this oral ye kan wasem no it is me some simple explanation hu oral no wo mind bia ye wo mind hene
okay
ye wo benku hene jase hene mantie hene what they say enti say yes sesi ano asem bi eba wo mind no enti yenti eku kakraba ana mante hene no ono ondi enim
okay
na ye hu se nsema ewo honom nsema ye tieti wo o mainem no ye se nyama bi ekoso enye no mante no enda ano na omuntimi and gather information in nyama ekoso. That is how the committee tisisi ano sanete eno nche say police station shraj OSP ni nkrofo ngo no omo nye djuma o na say yenso yenim say wo mremu a so wo ba be ye investigation na wo de sa investigation to say CID na nyama sa na wo de be court no say emra da ho e be ka say you have the legal capacity be only omo kan ye ndu ho ye what I say it is information gathering. It is emrante hine no ko gather information na or the bre o man hina na o ka say o debi eni mra kwan so say mrante hine no betimi akwa gather information about that is not that. That's all there about the information gathering about Ora.
Okay.
Say obi enim say Ora no say omo mutbi say yeah investigation because they are not police people, they are not trained into mutbi yeah investigation.
Okay.
But sir nkofo dey oh Matisse say yes say omo dey ba they will omo be hwe nsem no say we papa anani omo kano ene ye mfa police for CID mo investigate asema ya tini omo be ma mo clue nkofo a omo be kan ye no so instead of ye be ba be ka say we ye complainant on pese obeba police station na be hu say asama say na akwesi ene ko kan asem we o dey say aha ana ye ka say aboa bibi ba be ka fu ntume mu
aboa bi be ka
aboa ono so no onim say a nya ekoso no oni bibi fa ho 80 oba be ka but on pese ye hu say eyo no na ba be ka.
Is that to say Ora for no be ma whistleblowers protection be ana?
Why not? Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Because at the end of the day no the Ora bi mo feel say oh ye dey en court ye ba be jeli ye enti say e court a ye so ye be akofa lawyers emrane ye twemu sa. I don't think that is the purpose.
Well, no,
the purpose it will be one.
You touch one, you touch all.
Oh yes, why not? Then everybody, if your hands are not tainted, you don't have to worry. But when they say, "Ujosa, abum, ahosa is tainted," that one there you are a candidate. And this is scar. Yes, scar be a corner. I to say you can't. And this is scar say I almost can't. No, yes, you say I bicycle. Yenji sasikano nemfanya mputu juma. That is one of the objectives of Ora.
Okay.
What you say? Yeba, you say hey. Esi skei aba bedu ho no mu. Skei unya wen. Abaisika ontimi accounting for. So make sure say sikano what the aba. It's not always about say who say we say a kokota. Yeah, the Bema other institution. Until there is collaboration, there's going to be collaboration with all.
Okay.
2, Ora is a policy. What do I say? Policy government no at the aba. Enti sa policy no once they started, no there will be implementation. Emraben in here. Enti say eba beti committee and even a commission or a core parliament to make sure say emra it's just like OSP. Say you see the OSP beba, OSP buy. At the end of the day, no, say emra. What do I say?
So that it will be a duplication.
No. So and then the can say when we see the cases, it will be referred to the appropriate agencies and institutions.
Okay.
What do I say? Say a whole case not to say I don't want to really use this example. Maybe to say a conta. Yes, forest mining, no. What they say? Enti maybe
mining.
Yes, maybe obi yejuma akonta. What they say? Wa fechi ababeka Ora say. Nyamani say baby aye yejuma say. Ye wa hanu. No. Ohu wi a. I say oh we the police. Enti CID. Ye mamu clue. Munko investigate. Mu investigate na ehun say ampa. Sa senen a woman, then you can take the next steps in the Ebeko court. And to me, I've always said, Orano, it is there, it is coming. Nyame can say, Orano, let's do due diligence and make sure, say, Yenya Sembia, let it be watertight. We should not follow, say, oh, yes, say, into the court. because I always say there are two different things. In some way, Becca, Obieti, yes, we escape, why say, any in some way, the Becca court, evidence, unya, the Becca, there are two different things. Maybe we need evidence be our to be the corner, but why wouldn't him say many no? Only says evidence no, it cannot. So the oral has different objectives. It's not only about going to court. Okay. But I've always said, my position, and I think the position ascribed by most of the NDC said, there is no way you go and pursue an innocent man because maybe Obiefeche Ababe can be afani ho. Ukoma o say we enye no kre. O they say enye no kre. Why will you want to take an innocent way? But if your hands are tainted, you will go. Enti orare enye hu. O they say, but we want to make sure say abansi ka ba be ju ho. Ana katafroni katasise bi woma. And there you don't deserve it. Where you don't sow, you cannot harvest. That is all it's all about the aura. But what ni amo yes is here no. Sebi o. Yes we know what standard here you beat me a case investigation here the back court. Okay. What they say? In the end now on say oh yeah we then we go to court and you go and lose your case. You go to court and lose your case. That is not it.
Okay, you go to court, you go and lose your case. No. Lawyer Kingsley, remember, we shall for the Mushe, and I show you fear for now, and check Crabe Simon, do back about Pahon, meeting of Che, ain't and Chenet do me no ebe bed or sheba contemno, or one to Santinena, or Mukaka Cotanasino, ain't or Mucom Rachebi fear honor, or one ye train woman. Now, Lawyer Kingsley, you will be Prince Mount Zamia, boys are blue. Lawyer Kingsley, you kai 2000 it's a witch hunting, and it's causing financial loss to the states, and ane yaba ora. Ora be witch hunting, and I say ora the audiences and every
Ebacho, Medasi, the actual phone, it's for you, Madame was Michobia. Na minchuadwin emra asema menia Martin people kan menia Martin de madam for back up e share ho ye che pa
oh I see
na o sha say so kasa na no say yaba no wa yi ni ho adi yaba have see yaba no be hu ni yaba no be hu Martin Pacho, no madam for no back.
Yaba no nye ora for na ora komi.
Question say no cry no. I say na obe ma ora no. Say yaba.
Enti yan ne hwan mo.
Ena mi besim dem Pacho.
All right. And now let me leave you. Let me just follow the conversation.
Martin say oh. And this is why you're dead.
Lawyer Martin,
it's not fair. It's not fair.
Lawyer Victor, he has not even landed into the meeting. Lawyer Kingsley said,
"Oh, the OC Pegaman. Oh, the 5
Oh, Minia. Oh, say me. Obianim say me NDC.
Yeah.
What do I say? And I'm unrepentant and I'm proud to be an NDC.
Exactly.
Okay.
What do I say?
Exactly.
Nobody knows Martin say. Me, I don't know him as NDC. I've never met him anywhere. But on
na Martin lawyer. No obetime na semano. Na wa waji kama ni. Wo ha hwefo de no mbeka. O ye NDC ni o ye NDC ni. Oh. Please.
I know Lawyer Martin as an independent.
Yes. Until
I don't know
what 7. I know some more can it tea just some more can.
No crime there back.
Oh no, ti o si menye no.
What can another do some? Yes. I feel so. Oko school cry. I don't know if I home. I
said no
school now. I don't know if I home.
Say for me I do a class. I
Yenya reso. Yenya ku school. Yenya ku jina court.
Yes.
Ya wasama. Unse we dia wo kana as a pedestrian bi. Na wo dia obi hu ahisa na dia be from.
They be say odada.
But they say no be our council no na ba man na.
She say no na wo na asema wo ka eni asema ye hu ne ye di hu adanse eni dia wo ka tie
ai mo wish you bio
aka one hour okay na do ne power so we be as executive person bia asa
okay
but that is the same
all the verve ni chese hu now the kokwa kwesi TV station now the document kwesi ho ye
na
dia du
ahochire na baby dia baby wa
dia du su no
document is here fa
he say no power no na me ncha dia on say about to win ko ye say bia abro su 50,000 bi ana ya ahia nka bia na ntokwa bia si we dia easy for aboye from me amitie yi na me in charge legal in charge of central region ebo obeye na resource na eba na o say me drive ko Cape Coast no resource na eba me ni chrome asin fosu ye tinye lusi si say no all that controversy now the cocoa na actives nyina yawie
ya passive verdict over you my names have passed verdict
oh masa uri ma me come masa we are there now
Victor now no aja tum so ya ndit Victor dey o be Victor say no
Martin say na Victor so why una na Martin lawyer Martin so obi a say Martin
oh me classmate
NDA
Martin me classmate
oh I
lawyer say kukuda o ka say every media is almost lawyers 10 obebo Martin people di akafo nyo na aba be in the classmate as obi defend mo no ankala so myself
after yanko ra yanko is it a case of Richard
na after yanko ora
yes
tio ora as we speak now no emra bia ni hwa omugina so anu wasa ne yeka
okay
emra bia ni hwa ehye oman pani oba kutupa se anase owo nyinaso bi se makopao ekuo bi se munje mrase nkoye adwuma enu asem ne yeka enu tina he Martin oba o se afei na yeye in fact we hear letter no cry o say tio as preparatory measure for this and that a team has been set up to receive and gather information from members of the public
okay
enu asem ne yeka now for some of us, because ye dogana pa, we Ghana few anywhere be ako, ye dogana pa. So be beba na ebi Africa dam sembuni ande. Mati uni mza minu mi no ye mfuaso. That uni mi eni that ye mfuaso.
Oh na mfuaso pa Ekufuado ye.
Oh for Africa dam.
Oh mfuaso. Bisane said that Ben Oka say Ekufuado amambo bone. Wan kan mfuaso. One cow Sister that passenger have you condemned it say Madam Sisi waketua ya hin e na ukura over $2 million ene we bisan wait me happen
for the just a fact na ba na court account na ko wetimi ama
facts na ba because the facts enye judgment facts say there say me see one OSP na 1 million Sister that pa dem na mwenya omunya Ghana sika millions omunya bank account no okay na
yentie na
na ekosi ni na mo fuasi nti na ekoso saa no
ukwasana ba bi na obi yesi a yemfemro na gada yesi no mati mehu sa ugina court defend a lot of criminal matters unim the foundation the elements of criminal activities and you say yeti
yes
say yes we say obi say Brachapa Kojina baby no kasa enam say ye the hotel they mind no kasa come on we say na propaganda
oh no it's good pa it's not me kasa ansem no say ko ji hotel ya ko ji ko di
member
e ti ya de kanu
member ka o de nya botu ya
e ti ya de kapa
so only Martin TV baby no e bi na o ka na so we say ndisi no professor kasa bi What's that kind of thing? And this new just and Jan number come out into Comano. Martin's on one letter that we patch out. Two.
Yeah, no, I thought
Southside Ghana sika.
Okay.
And I Ghana good dear. Obi amfa mra kwan so ankofa. Na say state agencies kojia. Obi ani omu nu ntokwa. Obi ani omu ni ntokwa bia. But say e ba be witch hunting. Eno de e be we see resources.
But what any explanation na e be witch hunting na.
Enyema bi enemy hu nyema bi a unso ya win election na ebi mkwa kugu airport so man kofo ntukwan. Kale abanya to you ya enye revolution no. Ya mfa tuwa mkutu abayangu. Abanya to e. Dodo na tuwa amwa omutu abano dodo na to mamo. Inti moba na munhihya amodigu kwan mu na mod afena moba be hihya na boy.
Fita senti amwanku. Onso ni mi se obibia ni wa ya to abawie wo wo man mu afi wo di America wo koyin.
No bia nko be na mko mu so pe obia. Na so makoguo. Na si hey choboi na choboi. Na make senka e aba no ke be 100,000 be 200,000 na broswa. And here they say the saying say million as 1.6 1.7 sa choboi ni nyina mra fam. Ni emu man. Say ogro ni ayi wa frim. Na akwatena be na wodo wani ahwe. Na watimi anya chance aba. Asudi eda oso no so pa na wo so wasua anya won sa ade wedi anko yi. They say they may ba me ni see.
Okay.
Na mo anhwe ye na mo chobo esam no kofrem. Wa na mo ha mo. Mo na mo ha mo. Chobo esam no yase yate na asem go ze obi gina so
airport no say omo nya ora members
omo
nya ora members
hopes adoye ni amom omo airport no omo na omo ni onko
omo na hopes no ya ora committee member and say Mutuma sub delegate.
Mufa komma minya yini team.
Ogude to Black Martin bebu ni
minya Martin je on ni di na mebo. Minya Martin ni team. Na modium besem we no. I see ye ka say no. Ono aka say phase 2 so meye mra bia. Ohoro de metima ka say ahia duplication bebem.
Okay.
Because you see any agencies no you see that your national security, your NIB, your the police service itself.
Okay.
Your Yoko.
Oh, your OSP.
Your OSP.
Okay.
The naminia wakasasa am refugee. Victor Kano say ombehwe no matche. Na say bia ebi obo number 6 born e ba on e de be fase. Afisa no mu nto asomu mama since say because fini yes akoshe mra foforo na enkoye because OSP dia mana ya na djuma na say pam no twa no say wa ban aba wo pese wo prosecute from mra kwan mu a wo betima aye wadjuma
say bia yesu yenya kwan entie ora no ene omdjuma die enti ase ya dika condemn omo without letting them say
rushing me I made that same point
say the yahu they make us the yahu e the at and who adanse ni
ehu na abom
the
hey now the minister was to Trojan
Victor
you ni sha ya legal education
so ba no abet na na unko account dey helpful but so ta you dey so okay so e be o mi no against me so ba ke say me come at asem obi abeje dem so no be defend Martin so iti so le be ya ni Ghana for do na toama NDC for
okay
right And I hear, yeah, 16 no.
Where's 16?
Who's NDC abediso kakra, NPP so abediso kakra.
Okay.
So
okay.
And the incoming president less than an hour no that with your corner Nana back. Or what the blessing of the people. I was saying you time no yet, but it's all be. That's if you say had ye. I hear better chima. Yani beka.
Yeah.
You can't. Mamu fan say you talk quite something one. Yenka. My yenko duplication.
Okay.
2. Man here witch hunting. Me kai 79 81 amokumase. 81 particular mokumase. Do baby na me nam rage officers meso de nya ko de nya me side. Share papa bia no front to man. Na tin hye no. Na tin no wayi ehun nti won hu ade kropo.
Na it's a konko.
Okay. Say be ya e be na de adu na fi de wonya tina pa awi na obi ankoti ankoma we na ankoye we mi ehwe na ya sam na si ya nyama na ansa ankodu that level say witch hunting na say that fe hu aba ne ho yi emra na eri adwuma say emra no wa fa aba dia enya wodia institutions enyo madwuma wo so wo ho kwan aba ko fa lawyer and I make another media house say Asia Martin they be a case the bar will prosper me why the bar will prosper
oh so we are for benyeska
because the elements of the crime it won't change elements here elements why we have 5 elements be why you see it won't change. I was will prove beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay.
And I have na ye kangaroo court bia obi akwese baby no in court na nyina ekọ no hwa ni ekọ.
Okay.
So na ye di bibia ye ni kwa so ye adwuma. So he na say huso say mranzo huso
Thank you. Afe yenko parliament na yenhwe CCI abo 1124. Na dey say duba kwa ba permit aduonu 9 o hwe mrachi bedwafie ho a omo tenatena se a eba enisa se de be ya dumienu bebo na afi onum di omu dwumade ne be hyehye so na afi betimi aka se mrachi bedwafie to so enkono wa de hima to so 9 mu no aba asetena na se de ye sha atim di kankan se drama mfon so a ni akaya no enti ye twan wo mu ye mu kompon hwe ye chi se mfie na abesin kode na ebi nsi de bi si ye se mra chwe fie no mu chemienu pepepe 137 ene de na ye hwe kwan enti me sha se lawyer Victor so se e de na wo de be kai the 8th parliament a enche kra na wo mu kwi
oh nyama bebre
okay
from the beginning, no, even election of the speaker, election of speaker, no.
Yeah.
Also, maybe all no ma. We can say we but obeying so no. Obeying say party semi-eka. Now, obeying say now obeying GD say. Maybe MPP bet me lose his speakership no because now almost 137 actually now more majority because 137
from Mina
okay. Into more 138
okay
but say a buy speaker Badmin be winning you know what I say in some be buy say you suspecting say win a 2 man no it is something that tells us, say, at least within a party, you know, we should always listen to others. What they say, maybe this is how the group says, yeah, call. And it happens in every group. Now, from his election, into quite a buy and in Yama, I think the 8th parliament will have served itself better and come with your investigation. Say, a soldier for bar Parliament House, it has been a blot on that career for Parliament, the 8th Parliament.
That day, no.
Oh yes, that
4 years ago, like
because you see, Parliament is the nerve of democracy.
Okay.
enti enye kra. You don't expect army men in the chamber.
Okay.
It is the police that is the first marshals, no. From marshals, then you can call in the police by a bias. But I think said now Ghanaians were expecting more. Say since it is 137 anyway, no, it was a hang parliament, no. There will be more consensus building. But we realized that most of the time, no, you know, they were not in a position to agree. Like my majority leader, or can I say, the minority were stubborn, they were difficult, and building consensus sometimes was it. But I think on all also, the speaker has been able to chaperone, or they had their own fights, but they have been able. Make sure I said that is the lesson that we have learned, and the parties have learned. And Omoka say, oh, to a bar, sab skirt and blouse, they be a cano, skirt and blouse, no. Ama ebu no, a thing. Was to take a decision. And it was a difficult time. The executive did not have its way. Legislature also wanted an independent. But me sure say out of all this one, we have learned some good lesson.
Okay.
Speaker has tried to show, say, legislature, say, we also want to have our independence. Now say, yeah, subservient to the executive or to the
yes, to the court.
Yes, okay. And we have oversight responsibility over the other two. They also have responsibility over us. Indeed, that separation of powers, we were seeing some of the things within it. But I think, say, on a large scale, they have done well.
Okay.
It also tells you, say, within the party, say party ye bibia, it has happened to both parties. Oh, it's your madie no buy no.
Okay.
Bibi kakra yes oh ye pamano.
Okay.
Ye pamano. He went as independent, right? Oba no, you needed him now. Instead of now mubet na say bisan say, why are you doing this? What are your reasoning, Yamano? We felt say, oh they be yempam. But at the end of the day,
say a pam no na ye deterrent and yes obia ya na me free party mu or party mu so anya de bia na nyama beko the way you want.
No, but a basa sometimes the majorities excessive, the authoritarian or being despotic. Say na ye can party no e can. Undin tuma
jai. Na say near deni to me so
not to me no.
Okay.
We are going to see similar thing that may happen.
Energy.
Energy. I'm sure we may see something similar.
Similar to
NDC. Afram Plains.
Okay.
Onumpo Edu Baby no. They had to sack him from. So yeah, you say Unjai, don't go as independent or call primaries or call primaries. Or lose here. Yes, or say they be or contest it. To extent that he was being asked to even leave the party or call independent. Today, he's won that seat. What do I say? Now that he's won, the other independents who has won, we need to work together. What do I say? We will now need them. So I think that as a party, definitely, and I'm sure that as things goes on.
But see, I'm no MPP here no power, but
yes.
This one,
no,
NDC were more MPs.
We have more MPs,
more.
Yes, we have more
numbers
MPs.
The name of the game.
Yes, but in this one,
of numbers.
MPP gap, said gap, we are so per gap. We need gap, we need gap.
I
because Akufo-Addo
na the only one say na eba for say yeah ba yeah.
Akufo-Addo for say hey amamu boni o si tin continue olokun ani
small lawyer Victor
oh
see the one
Akufo-Addo ni
so I mean
I think that it should also get to a point say as a party my in fact to me no say oh yeah majority ain't because there is majority no say BB how will be and not BB kosoa let's find time to listen to people listen at the end of the day we may get something good out of it and then American say because we may be seeing more of this that as time goes on we are sure say A+ may have disagreed with his party along the line.
What is his party? Because he says his heart is with NDC.
No.
But
A+ used to be an MPP.
Before
Nanado open SM. And he has always been.
Really?
He has always been. But said Nyama Air Kosono. That was when like say Martin said no. He liked Nanado as a person. They say I can't share and say look, this man, if he didn't get the opportunity to become president, we have missed one president that we had wished for. By providence.
Are you rewriting Manasseh's book?
No. By providence. By providence.
Question I'll be saying it.
By providence.
What's the end? I will carry Parliament. Why? Executive.
Yeah.
No power 8 Parliament. When you will carry our Martin a pull to agree. Oh, Cassette more moon yet. As you know,
yeah. No, Nanusi. Can Nanusi
about you ever felt my house maybe also.
No.
Nanusi, I love Victoria Pemba also.
The 8th Parliament. Now, it is also a whole BB say in the 8th Parliament. No. Now, because the parties have an interest, what they are saying in there, no. Also during time, no, we had to change the parties, change the minority leadership. What they are saying, because the party said they have a stake, but some of the parliamentarians were not also too, because obviously they were not consulted. But the party said this is our position. For me, I think going forward, say BB Sarah Bakra, let it be discussion with the party leadership.
BB is saying.
Oh, no. When we had issues with the change. Initially, some of the members of Haruna
Moses leadership.
Yes, it nearly broke our front.
And also what they say,
Kakrabai. It nearly broke the front. What they say. But at the end of the day, in spite of all the crack now, I'm saying these are lessons that we have learned. Say the parties, sometimes it is consultation, consensus building in here.
When you are dealing with large numbers, is it always in a moving consensus? Some will be aggrieved or some will disagree.
Yes, they will disagree. But once they get to know, we've been consulted, this is the way we are going. What is your input? It's not just to say, give a reason or what is the alternative.
Okay.
That is what I believe.
Okay.
What I say, when your alternative then in Parliament, you know how things will go.
Okay.
2, I also think from the 4th Parliament, we have seen
the
8th Parliament,
okay.
some of the lessons that we must learn is that Sebi, I'm using it advisedly.
Okay.
When the majority also changed their leadership,
as you know, say chairman with
Afenyo and the others coming, there was some resemblance of, because maybe how Afenyo puts his issues, how he communicates any another parent. There's some resemblance of some arrogance. That is what people, the perception. It might not be so. Maybe say Omokasa, what they say, and how to bring people together. When they were having those banter, speaker and the rest, it did not augur well.
And yet they have maintained them as their leaders in minority.
That is the party that it has done. Are you getting? That's the choice of the party. But I think that with the huge loss, with the huge loss that is coming in, and now that they are going to be a minority, I'm sure that there will be some reflections. Because if you really want to come back to say, you know, when we lost election in 2016, we had to go back to the people reorganization, Professor Kwesi Botwe.
Fact finding.
Yes, fact finding and the rest.
But Professor Michael Kwe, Omati committee, chaired by Professor Michael Kwe. Omuko find out why they lost.
Yes, so almost here. Oh, yes, yeah. So that once you are finding out
reflection now,
reflection,
and I make us say
one of them
reflected, then they would have changed the minority leadership. But Omo has a semblance of arrogancy. Omo no ma maintain.
Oh yes, but you see, in building a party, it gets to a point you need some new faces.
Okay.
What do I say? Politics in like this. Say Nipano, the public starts to have some perception about the person. Even the mere fact that they may say something, whether good or bad, they say, oh, these people are. But once you introduce in some new faces along the line, you build and you continue. So for me, those are some of the lessons personally I have learned. As a party, you also learn within. And we say, this is the way we can go. I'm sure with us, the new phase that came had also was able to propel us to where we got to. What they are
now we are sure somebody and Haruna any team no mujai ne kai.
No, but at the end of the day, what they are saying, the larger party and the political committee sat with them. What they are saying, sat with them. Maybe we may not have consulted you, but this is the way we wanted the party to go. And you saw all of them on board campaigning.
Okay.
What they say? They say in politics, no. It's only in politics that you die twice. You die many times. You only die once, natural death. But in politics, you die many times and you can resurrect.
Oh, I see.
If you are here today you die here. Tomorrow you can resurrect another place. What they say? In politics, that is how it happens.
Great one. Lawyer Kingsley, hang parliament, ebuaing. Said you say, hey, I feel there, and yet the majority will have their way, minority will have their say. Now, no executive will put to check, then the bro for you who's effect,
I was saying you are a question I didn't man a class in your maben or back kind of nothing. May Kaiser the very first time to said 4 years ago to say
yes, he has
Anna question case na ba yenya injunction or some by
okay.
I be several clerk of parliament na I'm say deputy majority leader then was Afenyo Makina. Sorry, car say I serve will be in so why. Oh, yeah, na feel na tension rising. And I feel on one car say, uncle, the better to be Antono.
Yeah, his own decision. Yeah.
And I was a party, no, a party for the baby F1 or so near the. And a beginning of when you went in as I did, no, a starting ya fear, Korea, see. Voting or speaker, soldier for where my Nyanji, Nwayena. Me fee say, and yan share a beer narcos, but me head TV to see Mrs. Umuchi or Muha. Say, yes, yes, sir.
Now, 4 years ago, no more. Well,
sir, yes, sir, can you bet you pa?
Okay.
Oh, because say a quiet. Yeah, lucky horns are. Oh, ne kwese mintimi wase. And obi ya mpini enya friend honorable no kwetena ho a. To say excuse my expression, but na ego kakra bem. So, into wo pese me mo power, me bi wo ho a, nipa be 90,000 vote man no abetena ho. Ubu abe 167 vote man no abetena ho. Oda doma no abetena ho. So, dia na oye hwan ya be ko tim kakra. So inti enyema e kosha asie na afia di ntokwa ba ya ema ayure mo no de eno na ya mekaya am se me yemma enkosi osa.
Okay.
Especially this time round. Ebi mu credit dia agro say NDC for no emu half cry ma so on bebro NPP for so.
Okay.
So inti ekoye super majority say na se san koye sa ntokwa na menye sure say ebeboa yenyina because parliamentarians and politicians here ebeye we can may say we see
has the EC helped us as a country say up to now this coalition after almost a month
and then no me person me lay blame kese.
Okay.
They say me kanya me be ma mpuntu akoso.
Okay.
But se ka me kan me hu ade a EC aye.
Okay.
Asem no kwa de court. Ye bo videos ni bi o court. Aibu abo pa na masa me twa me ni hwe me na for DC forms a we diom say we di ankoyie. They say to boy no. Oh na ayentimi bobo ayi papers bi o cry ya hye no. See ye ka so mun ko economy ba akokora de sla na o man timi an confirm am say 7 pink sheets as saying no kra no original na mu ni atete ahye no
Ablekuma no na I see.
Oh enti ekwesa be na yisi na
but that no NDC for no say omo kra omo de na mo na mo scan mo de na omo say they won't accept a scan one they want the hard copy.
Yes, hard copy na unsa wo video ni bia na Google form no ya tete Google form no
but scan so no so omo so say bia na mo akọ impute figures no
that is the reason why I'm here ka say yentimi fa so bo omo
isi bebre
ye choboism e di wura mu.
Okay.
And it is asem the buy.
Okay.
Now say ekoba because me ba me to how me banyara meti na me nam dia to baby nam dia beto a mate say nkonwa ade ma ade ama MPP na 82.
Okay.
So
call a report. Okay.
But omo ya gazette omo a ya kan ya quality ya gazette omo ebru 82.
Okay.
Inti so wan hwe ne yedi ntokwa bi ko fiase a na akoma sanyama na basoro na fe because I say me court I say obi be say yen so ami nipa in na wo fa court no obi so be say na bi wo mo yen so ami mom na wo so fa court so because court eche na ni ba ko no
e be di asem ni be na nipa no kwa twa 4 years
na and nti kra no kan me saba me second issue say wo say yes ya amend national presidential election petition rules no yes amend parliamentary there no.
Okay.
So because as I'm saying I was so was we go me boy and
4 years
na kwa na dia
Rebecca
amu no be say ya dia wi so na kwa yesa na Vudimbe say the president
no you also for one me
no
you also for one me so I think at that time no apostolic form penny admiralty
but say
4 years
say the honorable tool so na nipa be 40,000 tawachi a nya power bi wan hwe ya nti me sure say amend this rules no so
okay
like so within 3 months no says within 21 days the gazette also the bawo after that no within a certain period no yen kan wie na de odia no
ya clear okay
na say ko basa so a ade ba ko so a me kai wo last
8th
parliament they say time ko ye say yi nipa 4 ba ko NDC miensa MPP ada so mo fima na o mu fimo na e court no
no any kai me na
latter party ya fe na minia afenyo anabo afenyo makin na ebi mu frɛ no minority leader ebi mu frɛ no majority okay
na speaker ruling ya na Supreme Court no
last minute no
so
Uncle Kwame na be and must speak
say majority
so say na we feel you say kase me majority we say na be majority
well any sa what do you call that engagements no benya in the public no
okay
saa nyema ni nyina na afi ase ye de court system no ye de saa nyema na ebeyi ho ni nyina fi ho no ebema asumdua ba na etimi akra ni because bia nim se emra mu de se mentimi ho ase ba court ne de ko
saa asem na wa ade ntina won se saa bre no ebi mu asem ana se minority fast won kan say mo ya lawyer for presidents speaker then okwe setiye wo the same for me na esiama de ehu die ntina that president anye djuma ama na de nkrofo e omu ni mu party mu biem ayi Mamle Morrison ni omo makai mo se da omo ka ho ekoye saa onjoi esa na lawyer for no so mo haye kakra
enye lawyers asem enye lawyers na hadwe emra ne de adwuma so we had parliamentary nas because okay at the ruling yen e be do speaker Babinson ni amended so Jamal here and we be code detail.
How was it amended?
It was amended.
How was it amended?
The constitution,
they change the standard orders.
But that
the standing orders was
but even the constitution provision didn't change.
I think because minister we are ready for the speaker
now the standing orders no man standing orders man kwai man really by speaker Badman no you honor fio to conform to the constitution
everybody ye fio
but ya mama ko research standing orders
because na argument say I asem na ho entima mo nsesa
Satan ye beto aba no e be do baby na e be wa no odin no wa no odin atimi kasa me to bedwem no
okay
because ye hwemre ni mu
dia
there was the standing orders as because kwedi ye na adwuma ne enye no na speaker bad the year adwuma so now said the beya yankofa on se na menua na omu asati hia power say ba so but no mo pen time do it have grade na November say me boy na November month
November to December
higher cry and for majority inti ya ko hu se mo no mo parliament mo prime minister when you see dia any yen famra parliament yen be ka say so by Emrana modi ye adwuma no Emrana ne ko wie Supreme Court afi ye ko ba say obi atwi me hye so ne ekodu ana omo akire no de omo hu say parliament and Supreme Court cry when no power and see do
parliament I twema me obi akire ne crash power
afi cry de asema na e wo court about LGBTI and speaker cracker say mon san fem koma president abia some court e me enko ba enso enu achi a omoma state of the nation address omo nyina tietia sre fine enu ne ye pe sa ntokwa na we di akofa sei na we di akofa sei no e dey once e political na politics so dey parliament on you who the political activities then argument beba debate beba we but man could do baby as na the two other arms of government no na koye when they powerful when say koye sir we are koye super majority obi hu ena say yes abeba kra no speaker babi go ka o event bi as say collation recollation the no on baba men ni mama na so na in na say still as previous year no still no e wona so say obeso ochire
diary no che say me so me number 3
but you see no power dada
they
bro so dada enti ye beba ye sa nyama na ebeye na afi enkoba so no the last one ye senka enka krebi na nka sa budget na can be pass for the first quarter of the year nanka amaso because nyama we be you miss ye ba ye wurama ye metina ha you be say inti nyama na ehia yen no as Ghanaians no edu ho a esremo say ye ya edu mo emoluments ne emoluments patronity e kan say omakwa nkojade ene de masia me da say omakwa nkojade a mutimi kabum ene mu bibia mutimi kabum sa na dum say who say UK and US me ba
who say sky moja
no who say do UK and US how e do be dia omo atimi ka say we national issue mo so makabum e we say hu more wa we say hu bebre wa say be ya nyere be kwen e mambo ne ya de grow country no nti bibi enkoyie ne be ka bibi ekoyie no so you say e bo hu bibi ekoyie kakra ne ye even though na akoye say almost equal numbers no say ministers no to be passé I'm saying they am pass any the last Supreme Court judges too or mind me here but say nyema passing to at least this for ma aban no so timi ye adwuma in spite of to be in spite of be feel say nyama we na mekai
ministers na ye pass how akunsi
akai barely 7 minutes na 12 abona ye ba be ko parliament e honom na yakohwe said ya nyama besi akọ na te said o ka say obetumi aka say parliamentarians ne ma aban ni nyakwan ye adwuma no ebi aka say o de toto hang parliament bi mu a SEC Australia Canada in times past as ye de na eye pa it wasn't chaotic but ebisu busa say na parliamentarians no omote verdict na Ghana for the man won say tesi ade pese mo dem ho na mo dem ho ye nti munya adwuma na mo check executive no emaye no omote yase na omutimi eye sa mandate no ana yakbebu
okay to be honest seriously can ni say na Ghana for say omo check executive pa no omo intimi na hwe vet ni
tax waivers omo jani hanging in echo omo
intimi say no ye after the election but then no mo say power shifting no mo intimi hwe okay say vet ni how akunsi mokura kaswa commando omo intimi anye yi ambone yi na ngu NDC fo eka ho momoto ma how akunsi anobia ejitum say dey be mami di no there's no way they should pass
no say mami no bo adwuma
oh dey adwuma
so ebia ni ye bi na anya
na ka ho this computer project be website ni e di omudi sika boom I say 800 million na ekufado they can a deal no you know how Akumsin's ministry she also did something like that about this website
fisheries ministry
special development
initiative and yes say amanfo ehwe oversight omo ye diligent dey come dey fire say how Akumsin no be anim say they be we dey want me pass it no cranya vote say omo ana ye fi so ma bin
is it the same how today you born about
yes the same how Akumsin na man fi say mami we dey what is aquaculture you know the bro so the bro fu nye dre no
bro fu nye dey say
no na dey any judgment dia but ene yes ministry wo or the input
other voter
that's what I and in fact civil servant media ka say obaye no obie na dwumni na koma mu say obesua ade no na waboa omo say dia wa mechanize omo premixi ene nyama hodo a wa oye wo sa ministry na omo say wabo adwuma pa na brofo de papa ne kan ye brofo ene ye de
wona mo kan so let's take it that so let's take it that it's a democracy so I also say what
I mean
how Akumsin all treat tuo ni enyina okọ police this registration grounds with guns na yi obi a na akọ your all time na di sa tuturu asem ni yi no di asem na okay the same how Akumsin
after election
ekum nipa e wa dem person aso ni yi oh there be how Akumsin onu kura o yes tuturu asem ni yi nti kura ye ma GJ blacklist no say mo bia okọ sata law of the same fishery ministries it's just the 2024 ama GJA Ghana Journalists Association mo blacklist no say man sentrofo mamu nkana asem bio meboa nti ana ko ya de panka these basic things but democracy say Ghana santi no man nko nim no ye obi ye bibi kakra bi pe ne ye pese ye so enum say oh eno ye fenti kae na wa ye a e bone ye ntwi ye ningu so na ye say ye bo ye ningu so no it's not I couldn't say overall it's not fit for that office that's a Kufuado the other no dey chiche but dey chiche ni favorite friends ma make us me kura say mo interview lawyer Jan oh ye nyina ye professor lawyer Jan say
lawyer Jan
Kwame professor I say ma chira dey mfie du nwotwe no do sia no be say no eduonum nsia right
26
yes eduonum nsia so ye man award that ne students esukonuma abugina apumu nyina anya award Kwame Jan let me read it don't say na social media
I see I have a chance
Kufuado nyemre biwa Kufuado tintintinity too much as a still an election result
tintin about that and ye Musa say over the years no sa award no omoye ne sen Kwame nso ne yes election because enyo no pen wa ama award
Kufuado okebio bia nkebio na Kufuado the same thing omo ka kire no ama Kufuado man no hu change say twabo no ye ka kire say dey be anye sa so na ka tell you Ghana future say Kufuado ye anye ne sa Kwame Jan o say I've been teaching law for 26 years with no leave and no national award but my students in government were awarded recently by the president. Oh, Professor Mua, 26 years, no leave.
Disappointed.
But na ebushapeni wo ho what you say sir yeah wo you know every our students are there but students no atumi aba be outstanding wa be ye bibi so no nko a ana
sure mamenka so say I said the question was parliament or my idea no what can manase book no
yes
and your money be NDC for ma omo mene so kakra pe Joe why say no my friend castle say that who friend castle and Jubilee House NDC for na mo ho mene so mo fa scamra na di scaba ye cheche mo na afi o my could we na was o my yard
me mean to be improve as
Joe Wise kan Joe Wise na kan first deputy speaker o say mu ye de kakra pe
in the
Jubilee House
in obi book out
president Ghana
Joe Wise or da ho te Ghana ye publish book no be twin sign on case no I say mu ye de kakra pe
reference book no
yes na ya
Manase book
Manase book na o can say and Joe Wise say reference book no
inti mu pe scamro na ye discover ye be chichiska na NDC a pass ade na omo ye o parliament I don't know
hang no man tiase o ma moaye
yes e me call number 3 point number 3 unim say abra na o mampenye Kufuado na o ye friend say opposition ye beto ama no 2016 o say zoom lion contract na ye ma menum ne ye sisters o mo prapra kwan anu aye mo musika kakra no contract no a dream ne kata hihye oh no say aduni etimi mebi mu 200 Ghana 300 Ghana oh yeah say 200 that would be here or the better lunch ne ekeka ho right but we here obi
go to lunch use yourself as an example
and as was capable
use yourself as an example
sorry one lunch
I got to see me senior I got to let me am bra for him I fight for that okay yes so the point is that opposition what's a katashishwe
and
a project can dream oba contract no be hwejuma masem say Manase e dey sa contract no the petition command speaker if parliament he say omunhwemu e be sin ne report ne maye
okay
reports no maybe
that's
Victor
yes
others you can back
on a speaker's part
yes or man from by parliament no man
the speaker then is the
parliament say what committee and for report and back the last one near Carlos Ahinkura mokoye ya ntokwa omokue report omoti committee report and back appear could be medical no obi or the businessman na or the fira so ami sika call parliament no omoti committee report ne maye which other one reports in the bebre kwa IGP leak tape leak tape and also yet parliamentary committee ebesi na mai na Jeduble ambule nenyom no I say de bia ye bo letter ye wieda e bia producer wo sanyum na mombo ade chine ade se nyina ye bo letter ye wieda more than 6 reports this parliament almost from my and you call that parliament no I can go on and on and on the parliament there they be. But if you want to understand it, and one manase book no ka say, omu hie sika, ya di bibi betu no ma shada hey. Na ya frep Jubilee House near Discover, and one edu sika chene dia na asumbiaba. That's just the summary of the parliament. Okay. Na say yes okwase ni tia na aguregu. Kakra ye bomb so mehu that thing has to stop. Parliament that one says so say aye ka bakosem ye ka say more than 6 committee reports and my now if say Ochinano will continue like this just like what we did to Ekufuado ni MPP in the election sa na ye de beba parliamentarians so nti ye bomb kokko how more than 6 reports ni nyina en bae ya said Kennedy Japan your friends adwa safo we you know Henry Cote, anything in Japan, yes, correct. Yes. So absence from parliament, report, you know, shim, and we say my more than 6. Say my kind 6. Yeah, there are more. The BIA committee, the BIA committee, so committee on file report and matter. Wait, when you have parliament, Wabu Juma.
No, okay, but Martin, parliament, no.
La talk say memo about but 12-3 into 12 nyabo.
Into president bill.
I'm 12.
It's almost 12. It's 12.
It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Then my laptop is deceiving me.
I was checking finally the end of an error.
Thank you.
And the book at Mesa, man said they be or no, I just said your man, Obiaba. Man said,
green, white,
this or no, because you're sure I shall for the emotional, was studio now. Parliament for no so na court na se no omo twen say omo beba be fiti omo dwumedi ase and omo business of the day no say dey be si akọ and whilst we are waiting no let Victor yenko
also parliament no yeah sure maybe o free 93
okay
up to now no there has been far improvement in our parliament
okay
what do I say na me kind book be legislative book with legislative system of Ghana.
Oh, okay.
What I say? A child say.
Authored by
Oh, from NS Doctor NS Dafo.
Okay.
Also Ejuma Parliament.
Okay.
Ejuma or into Onona or Honoma. But a child say from 93 no. Not any opposition as such. Until we had NCP. Ebotewia almost her party no. And even second deputy speaker was an NCP man. But omo ye say that's that time no. Now on say there was no much competition in parliamentary way.
Because NPP boycotted. Okay.
Now from 96 no. Parliamentary election and the competition in Yamano Ebemu.
Okay.
People started and seeing. And almost started Basa no. That was when people wanted to have money. Now I know so Ejuma Obeye no. That determined what the people. But from 2009 kono at the parliament no. Sika obe say and sana wako do honom no. And when people get there, almost say no when we come to parliament not doing no we need to collaborate we need to understand because your constituents no it will say the functions of the parliamentarian no na esisa at first you will say omo kwa shemra what do I say
now emra shebidwa fie for
okay na edu baby no o shemra ye peputu your constituents also constituents no they are expecting say omoba ho na mo be bo amane bi say minu aka baby o ana na onim say sa nipa no so no or your campaign ma okofia de bia ono na Usman na niama. So parliamentarians became ejuma no na edoso
no na sikasem
no na sikasem na eba to say school fees, your health niama, into concentration
and
on
engagements,
no
naming ceremonies.
We say I told you be weekends, it may cost 5 a year. 4-5 be the attire shekam.
And so crass on your parliamentary.
I'm not. But you have friends. Walk away. Because and you say so but they want your presence. Yes. So my weekends are more even busier than the weekdays.
But
the
area be now okay say.
No say. Any micromo.
I say also no.
Like in the voter make say if you are in politics, are they here expecting from you or you want to contest as a parliamentarian? No. So that has made it say ebeju baby no sikasem abem. Until now when they come and they are there, they are also focusing on how do we get money to get to our constituents. What they say to meet some of them their needs. That's what I brought about competition. And in Emra no, I'm responding to Nia Martin can say sometimes say skasemana or my bako report ni Niamano yenti or monkan ni Niama ejumano so sometimes the worker say mufes ke bimbra ni Niama. So it has become a point say even to sit down some of the things we can't say on the national television.
Because corruption no ne sa sikasem every politics name.
It for me, I think we can, but it can't be. It should be a homegrown solution.
And then say,
what do I say? We can, in a sense, say you use as Kanyamano. I think NDC tried to do it, but yanyen once I say adult suffrage, obi our party no on to abano, because they feel say as parliamentarian no, you can't pay every constituent obi our party no. But what we realized also was say, okay, and this for no year can now obi our person to abano. Also obi a medum a dom emra. What I said, who feel say all the people and other parties members na eba beto ama onbe you MP ama o kasa wodom you have the numbers by the end of the day it can be corruption in amano but also now there's another way. But what we can do is say let's look at it. Me say political finance is a problem, is the major